This has been a year like no other. Prior to this year, the Lord showed us that 2020 would be a year that God would reveal His faithfulness at a whole nother level. Psalms 119 verse 90 says that God's faithfulness extends to all generations. And so coming into this year, we knew that God was going to make a generational impact where He would reveal His faithfulness at another level in our lives. And we have literally witnessed that this year. We've seen and experienced God's faithfulness in our lives and in our church family.
This year, our world changed like never before. We learned that essential workers are just that, essential. The healthcare workers, teachers, they all became our superheroes. And for that, we're really grateful.
But in all this, we have discovered that God has remained faithful to us, even in the most difficult of times.
We saw our community come together like never before.
We understand that in changing times, people need to change. Churches have emerged producing more media in an online presence than ever before. That has allowed us to reach people that we have not reached before as well.
So speaking of churches, let's talk about a few things that Refuge did in 2020, again, like we've never done before.
On March 15th, we had our last in-person gathering, and then we didn't meet as a church for 14 weeks. The same week, we had a water main break on our campus, which shut down the child care, and also the cost of repair was over $18,000.
But in light of that, we were able to increase our giving. We were able to increase our giving to missionaries who also lost significant support during this pandemic. We were able to give a total of over $28,000 to missionaries, so thank you.
We moved our services online for 14 weeks, and with that we were able to reach 9,000 viewers.
From April until June, Canaanland Early Learning and Stevens Point Christian Academy families were fed, along with Refuge families and families from the community, including the homeless. We were able to serve over 9,000 meals during that time to help meet a community need.
In April, we held a giveaway to support 10 small businesses in our community, and we were able to help them out in a financial way.
In June, we had our Welcome Back service. That's when we were all able to gather together again after 14 weeks of online services. We started streaming our services, which has now allowed hundreds of people to join us weekly.
This year, your giving has increased by 17%. This has enabled us to pay off more than $78,000 in debt. We were able to support projects here at the ministry, as well as give to the community. We've given in charitable donations $40,000 to our community and community outreaches. Now we are at the end of 2020. We've seen God's faithfulness and the endurance of His steadfast love as He's provided and helped to supply our needs.
God has blessed us abundantly, and so this year we want to be able to give again. One of the things that we're going to do is beginning December 1st, which is Giving Tuesday, we're going to launch our year-end giving campaign, and we would love for you to join us.
During our year-end giving campaign, we want to go above and beyond, giving you the opportunity to give. We give because God has first given to us.
Generosity is an expression of our trust in God. He's done so much for us. It's an opportunity for us to give back to Him and sow into the communities in the world we live in.
We are continuing to focus on our three objectives: people, projects, and property.
With people, we know that this year has been a really difficult year. And so as we look ahead to the projects that are out there, we want you to be able to give into things that we see as community needs.
For projects, we want to make some improvements on our campus, including security cameras to provide better security and safety for the people. Also, we are going to clean our air ducts, and we're going to install an air filtration system to ensure the health and the well-being concerning our air quality.
Other things that we're going to do on the campus that we're super excited about is building a courtyard area. We're going to be furnishing it, and it's going to be a place where we can gather after services, where we can build relationships, have meals out there, just enjoy some awesome times together outside of the facility. We're also doing something, upgrading our system with live streaming. That's something that we've been working on, and we need to continue because we know that technology changes a lot. And so we're excited about that, and we're excited about the opportunity for you to sow into that because, again, we reach hundreds and even thousands more people by being able to go to the airwaves.
We have high expectations as we look to the future that God will meet and supply our every need. We want to continue to focus on debt elimination. Although our debt ratio is small, we want to be prudent to see that we pay that off as we continue to reach out and serve our community and beyond. I just want to take this time to also thank you for the expression of your generosity. We know that your hearts are connected to the work of God that He's called us to do, and we do this together. And we're believing God that going into 2021, we'll be going into it with God's strength and confidence, knowing that He will be faithful to not only meet and supply your need, but the needs of the ministry as well. So thank you so much. And as you've heard me say before, maybe you haven't if you've not tuned in, when everyone does their part, every need is met. And so just pray about what God would have you do, and I believe that every need will be met as you respond. Thank you so much.